Welcome to Jibo's Garage. If you've not been here before, I'm Jibo. This is my garage. And now that we have the formalities out of the way, and I feel like we're all friends, here's what's going on. I've got this old 2012 Dodge Ram pickup truck, and the headlights are just so dim and dull. It now belongs to my son. He's a relatively new driver, and it's important to me that he have the best visibility from his headlights that we possibly can get him. If you look at my wife's F-150 versus this old Dodge Ram, you can see that the light is completely different. I need to get this truck as safe as I possibly can for him. I have a background in EMS. Safety is extremely important to me. I'm not impressed with what's on there now. I want to change them out to some LEDs in the hopes that we can get them nice and bright and white. In full transparency, Auxito did send me these headlights so I could review them, and I'm going to share that with you right now. So let's take a look at them. If they're good, great. If they suck, I'll ship them back to Auxito and say thanks, and I'll try something else. All right, so here's the packaging. Auxito LED light. And what do we got here? High brightness, easy to install. They're quick start. They've got a fan that helps dissipate the heat. And then check this out. I don't know if you can see it, but it says operating life, 50,000 hours. So this set of lights would be the equivalent of buying 100 halogen lights. Housing material, it's aviation aluminum, which means sturdy, durable, and it's going to cool off pretty quickly. Let's open this up and take a look inside. I think this is what we call the unboxing. All right, what do we got here? Oh, fancy. Look at that. They sent us a pair of white gloves. Well, that's nice. So obviously they don't want you touching the bulb. Little zip ties here. I imagine that's to tie up the wires. Oh, look, a little Allen wrench is in there too in case you don't have one. And I imagine the Allen wrench is going to be to adjust the beam if you have to, the positioning. Okay. Ooh, you gotta love this. Here we go. We have instructions. Probably the most important thing in this box. And then here they are. Voila! Let's take a look. Oh, there's nothing to these. Look at that. Plug and play. This will get tucked down inside. You plug it in. You can see they got the built-in fan back here. Can't be that easy. Remember, this is supposed to be a simple DIY project, so let's get these headlight assemblies out of this 2012 Dodge Ram, and we'll see how quick we can get these lights in and check them out. I'm actually excited about it.
The light bulbs.
They're right here.
That's one you got sponsored by, right?
Yeah. So those are the bright ones. Those are the ones I put in last week. Those are still pretty bright, but wait till you see your new ones.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so those aren't bad. Those are actually a lot better than your old ones.
Really?
But these new ones should be kapow.
All right.
Be careful driving. Nice to see you. I'll see you again soon.
Bye.
All right, guys, be careful. I'll see you later. I'm pulling it into my tight garage because it's nighttime, the sun's down, and it's like 30-something degrees outside here in Michigan, so a little chilly. I know, some people say I don't have to do all this to get to this headlight assembly. That's fine. This is the way I like to do it. But one thing I can tell you, you cannot access this headlight from the wheel well. So we're gonna pull off this grill and it'll give us complete access to the headlight assembly. Bing, bang, boom, piece of cake. Watch. Ta-da! And now, look, I have complete access. And all that, really, it seems like a lot. It's not, but it does give me access to this bolt right here and to this bolt right here. I can go in and then I can pop this headlight assembly out. We've got lots of access, lots of room, and it makes it so much easier to change the bulb. Looks like a lot, it's not. Now, I apologize that I can't show you, but I gotta reach down here behind the wheel well and I gotta unlock that latch assembly. So bear with me for a second. I undid the latch that will release this light once I take these bolts out. Now you just pull this headlight assembly out, like so. Ta-da! And you have all the access in the world right here. And now that we're here, we literally just pop this open, and that gives us access, and that's the bulb right there. We're just going to twist this out like so, pop out the bulb, unclip it, set this old halogen bulb off to the side, change our gloves, and install the new light. Well, they sent us the white glove, so let's give it the white glove treatment. Okay, so literally this is going to go in here. It's going to line up Let's not bang it up. Let's just do this. It's gonna go just like this. And then just rotate it into place. All right. So that's rotated into place. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna plug it in here. Only goes one way. That's that. And now we're gonna tuck all this inside, like so. Gently tuck it in there so it all fits, like so. There we go. And I don't want to get my white gloves dirty, so put your cover back on, like that. And now we literally put this back on. If anybody's curious, the whole assembly of this, how to change a light bulb in a 2012 Dodge Ram, I've got another video for that. I'll put the link in the description down below. Now what I do want to check real quick is I'm going to turn the headlight on just so I can make sure that the bulb is oriented in the correct direction. Does that make sense? Suck it in. Make yourself small. All right, let's take a look. Here we go. Holy bright. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh shoot. That is, holy, that is bright. I don't know if that's gonna work. That is, oh, that is blinding. Wow, that is bright. Look at that. Talk about night and day difference. Holy cow, that is bright. Yeah, that's hard for me to even look at with my eyes. It's that bright. Let's do the other side. I'm gonna back this truck out because I want to check something against the garage door. I should have at least got an alignment against this garage door, so let me do that right now. Would you look at that? That is exactly what I'm looking for. Look at this. Bright, nice and level. This is more of a light amber color. And look how bright, light white this is. This is fantastic so far. Let's change the other one. I mean, wow, did you see that? I mean, that is bright. I can't wait to get this other one in and then take this on a little test drive and do a little comparison. All I'm doing is repeating the same process from the other side. Okay. And then we just plug it back in. And then put the cover back on. All right, just put this back on, reach back here, hit that latch. Grab our grill, throw this back on. There we go. Bolt this plastic grill back on. That's back on. Bring our cover back on. Ta-da! That's all in place. Take our light down. Yeah, before I even go on the test, I can tell you that those are friggin' bright. Man, talk about night and day difference. These things are bright, baby. They are bright. Well, I can tell you they have definitely corrected the issue that I had before with them being too dull and too dim. I mean, look at these things. I mean, these are just wow. Yeah, I'm just I'm a little, I don't know, I'm a little nervous. Are they too bright? You know, are they too bright for regular driving? They look pretty damn bright. So I mean, wow. Just wow. Night and day difference. Huh. Yeah, I may have to, wow, I don't know. I'll see what oncoming traffic thinks, you know, so, or maybe it's just that these lights were so dim before that now that they're so bright, you know, this is how a normal light should be, you know? Maybe I'm just not used to it in this truck. It's just, I mean, it definitely fixed my problem, with, you know, with having dim lights, without a doubt. Here, let's pull down this street over here. I think it's a little dark. Let's take a little look. Yeah. Look at that. Is that bright or what? Let's do a comparison real quick. Oh, you know what we didn't try? What happens if we do the high beams? High beams. Let's see if you can pick this up on the camera. So I've noticed that there's a little bit of flicker every now and then in the lights. So we're running into a small glitch here, and that is I absolutely love the LED bulbs. I love the brightness. I love the visibility of them. They're truly, it's night and day difference in this vehicle. I mean, the headlights have never been brighter. The problem is that I'm gonna have to get a load resistor because they flicker. These LED bulbs are flickering, and apparently that's a fairly common problem. And we're gonna put our trusty dusty little halogen bulb back in here, our dull, dim halogen bulb. Boy. Well, you know, those LEDs are fantastic. They are just a great, bright, white light. But until we figure out what we're going to do with that flashing, that flickering, we're going to put these back in. All right, I'm back. Yep, initially I was a little frustrated because of that flickering in the headlights. I wasn't sure how to fix that. I did a little research. As it turns out, it's a fairly common thing when you put LEDs into an older vehicle. So I reached out to Auxito. They sent me these CAN bus deals. Basically, it's a resistor that helps to regulate the electrical activity that's going through the wires into the headlights. So, I mean, that's the best way that I can describe it, okay? They're plug and play. I have them in this package. Let's grab the truck. Let's get these things back in. And this time we'll just put these in line with them, and I'll show you how we do that. Hopefully it fixes our problem, right? Let's check these out. Oh yeah. So for this particular truck, this 2012 Dodge Ram, this is the part number, this H11. Let's see what they look like. So this is it. It literally is plug and play. There's certainly not much to it, is there? Looks pretty easy to me. Plug and play. It only goes one way, male, female. All right, let's do it. I gotta move the trucks around. I gotta bring my truck in. Oh, Grandma and Grandpa just got here. Well, you're right on time. Yeah, I gotta do a little work in here. I got it. It just goes like that.
Oh, there it is.
All right, I can go up. You got time to help?
Yeah.
That's no big deal. I'll show. I'll tell you.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna take these headlights out.
Oh,
Well, that's a great question. Here's what I got. Watch.
I got to take the whole truck apart. Do that.
Yeah. So let me tell you what happened. So these are the regular halogen headlights, the ones that come with the truck.
Yeah.
They're dull, all right, for whatever reason. So I went to these LED bulbs. The problem with the LED lights is they're brighter than that. Wait till you see these things.
You can't dim them.
I don't know. I'll have to do a little research. But here's what I can tell you.
There's a lot of people out.
I know, and I'm worried about that. I don't want that to happen. But these ones were so dull that I want it to be safe for him to be driving around in. So I put them in once. I've already had them in. They're brighter than but then they started to flicker. Okay? The lights, these new ones, flicker. So I took them back out. I was like, what the hell? And then I find out it's a fairly common problem because these older vehicles that have these type of lights in them, the electrical is different for these. So I called the company Auxito, who's these come through, and they sent me 2 of these Deweys. These are, they call them CAN bus, but what they are is they're a resistor, so it helps to regulate the electrical current into the lights. So this is supposed to fix the problem. If it fixes it, great. If it doesn't, then I just put the regular lights back in it. So that's what we're going to do right now.
That's not very good.
So watch how fast this happens. So the first thing I have to do is I got to pop this off. But I've done it so much, Dad, that it literally just pops off with my fingers. There's these little buttons there. There you go.
Button.
Yeah, see that little button right there? Right there?
Oh.
You just gotta kind of grab the whole thing and pull it up. There you go. And then you just set it to the back.
Are they still there? Oh,
Yeah, they're in that.
they don't come on.
Well, now I go 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. I take these 4 bolts off.
Nothing down there, just these 4 bolts there.
That's it, watch. All right, it's gotta go kind of like this. You kind of gotta just kind of out. And then you got it, 1, 2, 3, out.
Oh.
There you go. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a lot, right? But it's just not. You guys have seen me take these headlights in and out already, so we're just gonna skip through this part. I'm gonna take the old headlight out, and you just twist it out. There's the old halogen. We're just gonna
No
let
wonder
it.
it ain't great. How small it is.
No kidding, right? All right, so then we just pop that off like this. It's out. And we'll set this aside in case we need to put it back in. So now the trick is that this resistor, this plug and play, is going to go into this. It can only go one way. So that gets snapped in. All right, so we're in. And then now the headlight will snap into this. Let me grab that. And I'll grab those out of the package again. We're going to grab this one. And there's that light. So we'll get this thing plugged in. Dad, check this out. This light, this LED, they're so warm, they have a built-in fan in the back to keep that housing cooled down. So yeah, that's a little fan in there.
Huh.
And these things, wait till you see how bright these are. These things are crazy bright. But you see how it works? Like you put that in, and then you just literally plug this into here.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to take care of that problem. If we put it in the correct way. This the right way? There it goes, just like that. Now the real fun is going to be, once I put this in, tucking all these wires in. Alright, so it goes like this. You gotta find it, you got hold of it.
Was it twisting it?
Yeah, but you gotta put it in just right. Goes like that. Alright, so it's in there. Now I gotta hide all this. It's there. So lucky for us on this Dodge Ram, there's a lot of space in there.
Yeah, there is.
So we'll be able to shove this right down in here. Ta-da! Ta-da! We'll do it easy.
Down in there.
I'll put it down in here.
No, this one here, I meant.
Oh, what do you think about that?
Okay. You gotta get this out of the way so you can put the cover on, right?
Is it out of the way? Oh yeah, you're right. You gotta get that out of the way. There you go.
What do you do with the other thing? That's over there.
So here's what no, it's right here.
Oh, there it is.
Now, here's what I say. It can't be that easy, but it is. Now, let's just hope that it works. All right, let's put it back together. So, oh, let me show you this, Dad, real fast, so you can see what so you see this part right back here? Can you see it? This lever?
Yeah.
This lever goes up and down.
Oh, okay.
That's what you have to reach from the wheel well. And people online will say, well, I don't know why you take all that shit off. You can just reach for the wheel well and take that. No, you can't. There's the engine frame is here. You can't get to the back of that light. You can get to this lever.
Yeah.
You know, 100,000 views on one of my videos. People want to argue. Well, you can reach through there. That's a waste of video. That's the hardest way to do it. No, it's not. This is the right way to do it. Believe me. So, anyway, that's the up is to unlock, down is to lock it. So we'll put it in the up position, and then it attaches basically to this little nub, and then this little nub goes in. So there, it goes in and sits in, and that's what holds it in place. So just gently put it back in. Ready? All right, you got it lined up.
think so.
So now I go back here, I grab this white latch again, I pull it down, so now it's latched in place,
Oh, and then you push it back up.
and then I put this back in, there. I put those 2 bolts in, right there, done. And we'll make sure we put these on correctly this time. Yeah, so see? Now, I'm gonna do the other one, and then I'm gonna show you how they're bright.
Oh.
But now we just what we'll have to do is just watch for the flickering. The whole reason I'm hoping those little things that I put in there, those parts, will take care of that flickering. It's supposed to, so we'll see. I don't know.
They're real bright.
They are. I don't know if you can dim them.
That's gonna piss a lot of people off,
If it does,
especially if they're real bright.
if they're that bright, because I'm not that guy, and I'm certainly not gonna let my kid be that guy. If they're that bright and if people are flickering their lights on and off or whatever, I'll take them back out. I'll put the other lights back in. You know.
That's right. You already told me that.
So, all right, let's do this other one real fast. You see how easy it is and how quick it is, though?
Yeah.
Because they're in there pretty tight.
Oh.
All right, same thing. Hold the front. Hold that for me.
Break anything.
Yeah. And then this, we're just gonna plug it back in here, like this. You're right. That would make better sense to go down in there, wouldn't it? I mean, it's all in there. That's a lot to go in there, but it's in there. And you gotta come around with this, and then you just tighten that in. That's it. All right, you start with that. Let's see if this lever will come down. Maybe that was a problem. There it goes. So it's locked in.
Well, you're gonna tighten that one too, huh?
I am this time. All right, that's that. My dad had a great idea, and that is, before you put the grill back on, why don't we test the lights and make sure, it's going to be what it's going to be. Let's do that. Shield your eyes.
Huh?
Shield your eyes.
Oh.
I'm not wait till you see how bright these things are.
You're gonna take your gloves off? Something wrong?
They didn't come on. That's problematic.
That was
Those are the high beams.
they started to go out.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Come on a minute.
Well, I hit the high beams is what made it come on.
Oh.
Something's not right. Let's pull these back out and let me look at those deweys. Make sure there wasn't an on or off switch on them or something, because that's weird that they're not working at all. So I'm glad I didn't put all that shit back on. I went too far as it is. I should have. It's a neighbor. I should have checked it before I did that. All right, 2 bolts and a latch. So that's hot. So the power is going through there because this is warm. Well, since you're here, I'll show you how bright these things are.
Oh.
Here, let's put them in for a
Ain't
minute.
flickering.
I don't know why these aren't working.
Ah.
Listen, you can hear the fan going. I always joke when I take this off, I say, it'd be a great time to clean this. 15 years, I've never done it. I've never taken it. I always say I'm going to. All right, so this is not tricky, but there's a little lip in there. There's a spot down there that goes into like that. Let's take it for a ride. Let's go check out the lights. We're going to take this on a little test drive here. I don't notice the lights flickering at the moment, but we're going to go out here and do the test and see if these are too bright for oncoming drivers and see if they get upset about it. And if they do, we'll...
They do look like kind of low.
Yeah. Well, low's good. When they're this bright. All right, let's go. Let's see what these drivers think. If they're too bright, we'll just, we'll swap them back out. Let's see what happens. This is our very first test on the main road with other drivers. So far, this guy's not saying anything. Well,
3 of them complained.
3 of them didn't complain. Let's see. I mean, it's night and day difference, Dad. These lights compared to this, the lights that we put in now, these LEDs versus those standard bulbs, it's night and day difference in this truck. It was, you could hardly see, and I was worried about them being out on the road, you know, with the really dim lights. So.
Right. How come they're so high here?
Gas?
Yeah.
Oh, 306. That is pretty high.
Yeah. Had to be these for money.
Probably was.
Peter Cottontail. That's what it was.
All right, we're gonna pull back here where it's dark, so we can actually get a kind of an idea of these lights. Well, I don't know, they look pretty good, huh?
Yeah. They ain't blinking.
No, they're not. They're not flickering at all.
Huh. How come nobody, when you went, nobody flickered? You know, didn't flicker their lights.
Yeah, no. Nobody flashed us when we were coming at them as if
Right.
the lights were that bright. But damn it, man. I mean, whew. Do me a favor. Pull right up next to my truck, like you're nosed in, like, you know, like you're lined up with it, because I want to get a picture of your truck, my truck, and the black truck all together. So let's do it before a car comes. All right, we're going to do a side-by-side test here, okay? Here we have the F-150, here we have the Chevy, and here we have the Dodge Ram. I mean, you can see how bright those Auxito LEDs are. They are just insanely bright. I just don't know if they're obnoxious enough to where they're going to cause problems, because if they are, I'll certainly take them out and put the old bulbs back in. They don't flicker when the RPMs are up, but when the RPMs are low, they flicker. There's a 2019 F-150 on the left. There's a 2016 Chevy Silverado in the middle, and a 2012 Dodge Ram on the right. So, yeah, those lights are brighter than shit.